Hello, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy Rich and our special guest, David Moadel. How you doing, David?
Oh man, I just survived a hurricane
Oh,
and I'm okay. So I am happy. I'm grateful. Life is good. I feel for the people in the islands. I feel for the people in the Bahamas, in Cuba, and even in the Keys in Miami. They got hit pretty hard too. I'm in South Florida, but not Miami. I'm not that close to the ocean, so I did okay. No damage to my house, no damage to my car.
good.
My internet's working. I'm grateful.
Very good. Very good. So tell me, what happened? How did it go? I've seen all this craziness. Everywhere I look, it's live from Irma, live from Hurricane Irma. So tell me,
Yeah.
what's it like?
Yeah, no, you know what? Where I am, it was just a lot of wind, a lot of rain, a lot of palm trees kind of curving. Usually they're straight, they were curvy for the last day, so I didn't see the worst of it. Mostly last night, I had the power out, electricity out, phone out, internet out for less than 24 hours. It was really like 16 or 17 hours. From about 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern yesterday until about when I woke up this morning, the power was on, thank goodness. But people were already pulling out their generators. They were getting ready. People were already starting to get used to the idea. They were bracing for, FP&L, Florida Power and Light, they're going to have to turn on or find a way to turn on the electricity for millions of people, estimated 4 million people, I think they said.
Wow.
Altogether. Yeah, just an insane amount.
Wow.
So, I was like, okay. And I was getting ready for, when I turned on my battery-powered radio, I turned it on, and FP&L, the official word was that it would probably take weeks, not days, to get your electricity back on if your power is out. So I'm like, oh, Lord, get ready for, canned food, no refrigerated food for, no electricity for weeks. And then I wake up this morning and it was on. So I'm so lucky, so lucky.
Wow.
But I'm sure we've all seen the horrendous damage that Irma has done to the Keys, to the islands near Florida, and now it's going up toward Tampa. It's going up toward Naples. I'm just very fortunate. That's all I have to say about that.
Absolutely, you are. Let's talk about September 11th. What do you think about that? Today's September 11th, obviously. Very, very big day in our generation. Unfortunately, not for good reasons.
Right.
What's it like in America today? Is there going to be a moment of silence? Is it big news today? Tell me what your perspective is on September 11th.
Interestingly, Irma, the hurricane, has kind of taken precedence, at least in my neck of the woods, over September 11th. Talk and conversation about that. And also, I hate to say it, but it's been a long time, and so I've noticed that every year it just kind of, I don't want to say fades, but maybe it's, if you go on MSNBC News or CNN or Fox News, it might not be the number one story anymore. Again, especially with such goings on with Irma. So it's in our thoughts, it's in our minds. I sent out a newsletter for marijuana stocks this morning, and I wrote at the top, never forget 9/11, because it is in our hearts and minds. I don't want anybody to think that it's not. It's just that we tend to think of what's going on now, and if you want proof of that, look at the stock market. Look at U.S. equities. The S&P 500, the Dow, the NASDAQ are all way up today. So hey, go America, I guess, right? That's that's what we're saying. I've noticed that happened last year and the year before that. I noticed on September 11th the market was up, if I recall correctly. So we're not letting it affect us in a negative way, but it is in our hearts and it's in our minds. But again, right now we're just dealing with the damage that's going on right now with the hurricane.
Yeah, I think it's important that we give a moment of silence for the people that were devastated by this horrible act. I honestly don't know who committed the act. I don't want to get into that conversation, which is like a whole nother topic for another day, because everyone has their own theories. But the reality is it was a horrible event. I'll never forget the day it happened. I remember waking up and hearing, the World Trade Center's been bombed. The World Trade Center's been bombed, because nobody knew what was going on. right? And I remember waking up and seeing the World Trade Center on fire, and then seeing another plane crash into it and thinking, what the hell is going on in our world right now? Not that really anything has gotten better on a global scale since then, because it just seems like things are escalating all over the world now. But that was kind of like the beginning of this new world: terrorism, terrorist acts, which is just cowardly and vicious and savage and disturbing in so many different levels. And I thought, maybe before we even get started here, we should just do like a little bit of moment of silence for a few seconds, to kind of respect those that we've lost and that have been touched by this devastating act. And then we can move on with our show. What do you think?
You got it.
Okay, so let's do that right now, guys. Let's do it for like 5 seconds. All right. And we're back.
All right.
So, so let's talk about really, really exciting things that are happening. So, the market is turning around. The market is in the green today. I'm talking the stock market. Even the cryptocurrency market is in the green today after taking it on the chin on the weekend. And I want to get into that a little bit more. But let's talk about the stock market first. What is the catalyst in the stock market today other than September 11th? Is there any catalyst that's driving this, or is it just because of September 11th today? What do you think?
The Bloomberg headline says stocks advance as Irma threat recedes.
Okay.
But, that it's always an excuse. The Dow is up 1.20%, the S&P is up over 1%, the NASDAQ is up over 1%. And that's big. That might not be big in the cryptocurrency world, 1%, whoop-de-doo. But for all three major indexes in the United States, for stocks, that's pretty big. That doesn't happen all the time. And I think Irma receding is just an excuse. The market wanted to go up anyway. Every time the world doesn't end, okay? Trump got elected. I didn't expect it. Most people didn't expect it in the United States. And then, the stock market, U.S. stock market went down 5% overnight. By the end of that trading day, it was up. It was in the green. Why? Because the world didn't end. And that's not a pro or anti-Trump statement. That's just, it's a relief thing. Like, oh, okay, you know what? Something unexpected happened, but we'll be okay. And the United States usually pretty much is okay after all these scares happen. North Korea, all right, we had some scares with that, and then the stock market just went back up. It's heading toward all-time highs again now.
Yes.
So this Irma thing happened. We've known about it for weeks, and we survived it because we're strong people. We have to rebuild. It's expensive, but the Irma threat recedes. Well, of course it was going to recede. What do you think? The hurricane was just never going to go away? The stock market loves excuses to go up. Really, it's a mechanism designed to go up over time, and that's exactly what it's doing.
Yeah, well, it's nice to see up. It's nice to see that the cryptocurrencies are up. Yesterday was Football Sunday. I'm a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. My Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Giants, which is phenomenal. That's a huge rivalry. So I'm just feeling great today. Obviously, it's September 11th, so you got to kind of, keep things in perspective. But, I'm just happy. It's a Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Had a great weekend. I'm just excited for a huge week. And I'm just excited about the future. And Steven Zangrilli asked a very funny question. And I didn't even realize. He asked if we coordinated shirts today.
Oh, my God. That's funny. Coincidences are everywhere. We both felt like going, collar and plaid. Okay. It's just that psychic thing. Rich is my brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. So.
That's awesome. That really cracked me up, man. That cracked me up. That was really funny. What Steven Zangrilli is also saying, AZFL, 0003 stock, which is a medical marijuana stock, last month is now up to 0065 today and still moving hard. You know anything about this company, AZFL?
What's the ticker?
AZFL. It's a penny stock. It moved from 0003, almost the bottom, and apparently it's at 0065 right now.
Yeah, 00628, according to Google Finance. It's up about 50% today. This is not one that I have actively traded. Google Finance does not even have a description for this one, but it is on there. Let's see, market cap, 1 million. No PE ratio on there. Volume, plenty of volume. Well, it's deceptive. I looked at the volume. I said about 300 million volume traded per day on average. That sounds like a lot until you realize this is a sub-penny stock.
That's
and
right.
The average trade is probably 500,000 or 100,000 shares traded at a time. So
right.
Actually, the volume is not that huge on this thing. I'm not super familiar with it. I'll have to research it. I'm going to look at the chart right now. Oh my goodness! If you look at the multi-year chart for Amazonas Florestal, I'm butchering the pronunciation, I'm sure. It had an IPO. Looks like in 2012, down, and from penny stock to sub penny stock. Then it shot up in 2016. Now it's on the way down again, and it seems to have found a range. Today it broke out of the range. Obviously, I like a stock that breaks out of a range. That's actually a good thing. On the other hand, as Rich always says, buy in the red, sell in the green. If you made 50% in one day, please take profits, for goodness sake.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
I tell my coaching students that, and then the next day it might go up, and then they want to strangle me.
No,
I tell them it could have gone down 50% the next day, and then you would have thanked me.
I always say take the money and run. Why would you ever feel bad when you win? I only feel bad when I lose. I don't care if I make 1%. I don't care if I make a penny. If I win, I feel great. If I lose, I feel horrendous. So, for me, it's all about winning, whether it's 1% or 50% or 100%. Learn to take your profits and run, and learn to trade like a robot. Take the emotion out of it. Would you agree?
I agree. Now you need to maybe you need to be more robotic when it comes to losing, because if you put your stop loss in place, let's say you have a 3-to-1 ratio, which I recommend. Set your profit target for 3 times above where you bought it, and then your stop loss for 1 time below. You know what I mean? Yep. So you let your winners run, you cut your losers short. Okay.
Yep.
So that way you get unemotional when you lose, because So for example, let's say you buy a stock at $1. Okay, the price is $1, and you say, okay, I'm willing to lose, 10 cents per share. So you put your stop loss at 90 cents. Okay, for the share price, and then you want to make your profit target 3 times the amount of the stop loss, and so that's 30 cents above, which would be $1.30. Okay.
Yep.
So you let it run up to $1.30 before you take your profits, or you let it go down to 90 cents before you take your loss. That way, even if you're wrong 50% of the time, even if you just choose randomly and you're wrong half the time, you still come out ahead because your gains are 3 times as large as your losses when you lose.
So you're saying put a stop loss at a 10% loss, nothing more. So you never lose more than 10%, and put your sell order up at a 30% return, so that when you win, you're making 3 times. You're making a 30% return, and if you lose, you're only losing 10% of your investment.
As long as it's a 3-to-1 ratio. That's one example of a 3-to-1 ratio. Maybe a 10% loss is too much for you. Maybe whatever you can handle. Maybe you can only handle a 5% loss before you start to get emotional.
I don't like losing anything.
Okay, but
I'm emotional.
But for people who can't stand to lose 10%, make it 5% below for your stop loss, and then 15% above for your profit target. It's still a 3-to-1 ratio. Maybe you can only stand to lose 2%. Okay, 2% below, 6% above. Whatever it is, all right? And that way, you accept beforehand, I'm willing to lose X amount, and you're willing to lose it. Now, if you can't stand to lose anything, then you're going to have to hodl, and then you're going to have to maybe be in there for years. Maybe.
Well, that's me, man. I'll hodl till I'm homeless, man. I'm a hodler. Dave, you know me. I won't sell for a loss, man. I'm too stubborn. I've been holding Snap. Snap went all the way to 11. Everybody's like, it's going under 10. I'm like, no, it's not. Now it's back to 15.5. It's on fire. And they just had a TV show that broke records. And Snap is starting to come back. And I keep telling people, Snap is a $50 to $100 stock. People don't want to listen to me. They don't want to believe me. I'm telling you guys now. Snap is a $50 to $100 stock. I called it with Facebook. I told everybody that Facebook was going to be a beast. It went down just like Snap did. Everybody panicked and sold. And look at Facebook today, 170 plus. A
You were right about
$30 IPO, and I'm saying the same thing on Snap. Yeah, it's at $15. A lot of people want to crush it. A lot of people want to talk bad about it. A lot of people want to short it. I'm telling you guys now, give Snap a year or two. It'll be at $50 to $100. Mark my words. It's too big to fail. It is a huge company. It has great technology, and they are going to be a winner. I believe it. And I believe they are going to do it, and they're starting their move, and they are going to continue to climb. What do you think about Snap?
I actually agree with you on that. You called it when Snap was around 12. Now it's 15.50. So it's already coming back up since you made that original call. I remember in one of our earliest videos that we did together.
That's right.
It is continuing. It took a little breather, and now it's continuing to go up again. Not a bad time to buy for a small position. I wouldn't put my life savings into it because it is Snapchat. The thing about these apps is that, you know what? I've noticed that the adults follow the teenagers.
That's
Teenagers
right.
caught on to Facebook first, and then the adults followed. Same with Snapchat. It's kind of a secret thing among teenagers. If the teenagers latch on to something else, if they ditch Snapchat, so I'm not going to put my life savings into it. But if they stay with it, this could be a monster. And yes, it could go back up to the mid-20s. I don't see why not. Put it in there if you want to take a small position and just leave it. I'm looking at it doesn't even have the PE ratio here. I don't know why.
Well, just because it's only had I think 2 quarters of financials, so it's still such a new company. But the thing about Snapchat that I really like is it's growing. It's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing. It's growing. It's going to keep growing. It's going to become more recognized. It's going to become more utilized. It's going to become more advertiser friendly. It's going to become more user friendly. It's a social media platform. And as we know, all the major social media platforms are trading well over $100. Look at LinkedIn. Look at Facebook. All of these massive, huge social media platforms are doing extremely well. Snapchat is the next in the evolution. The only one that really hasn't done as well as I anticipated was Twitter. And I still don't know what's wrong with Twitter. I don't know why they're not trading higher. I believe they should be. And it's another one I really like, but for whatever reason, they don't have as much value for some reason on a global scale. But Snapchat, I believe, has still so much room to grow, has so much potential. And there is a Snapchat TV show that just recently broke records with the amount of viewers that we're watching. So I still see so much potential with Snapchat. I think social media is still in its infancy stages. It's only going to grow. There's going to be so many new things that are going to be happening, so many new opportunities that are going to keep popping up. And I just feel like they're positioned to capitalize on it. And I just see where Facebook's going, and I can't see, I believe Facebook will be $1,000 a day, one day. The same way Amazon is, the same way Google almost was. I believe we're going to see Facebook at those levels, okay? I said it with Amazon earlier this year. I said it was too big to fail, and they went up to 1,000. I said it with Netflix, and they continued to climb. I said it with Tesla. I said it with Facebook. I said it with Apple. I said it with all of these technology companies that they are blue chip winners, and they will continue to rise. And all of them have continued to rise. And I will say the same thing with Snapchat. Every time I've got my children, my daughter grabs my phone, she's on Snapchat.
Yeah.
That to me is a direct result. A 9-year-old girl, a 10-year-old boy, my son, as soon as they grab my phone, they're on Snapchat. They're using the lenses, they're using the filters, they're snapping cool pictures to their mom, to their friends. This is the future, and kids are using it, teenagers are using it, and millennials are using it. So maybe it's not being adopted by the 35 and older crowd as much, because they're not as good with technology, let's be honest, but
that's true.
But it is being adopted by the future purchasers, which is why I believe that Facebook is attacking Snapchat. Instagram is attacking Snapchat. All of these bigger social media platforms are trying to take Snapchat out because what they're doing is they're bringing back the camera. They're bringing back the camera. They're making the camera viable again. They're making the camera important again. They're making the camera something that people use again through our phones. These phones are now cameras because of Snapchat. They brought back the camera.
Yeah.
That's what's making them unique. And everybody else is copying them. You don't see Snapchat copying Facebook. You don't see Snapchat copying Instagram. But Instagram is copying Snapchat. Facebook is copying Snapchat. Why? Why?
Because they're using the camera in a smart way, in a hip way, in an edgy way.
Right.
Yeah, what's interesting is that I'm looking at Deutsche Bank. The huge German bank. They actually disagree with you. It says there's a big headline here: new products won't save Snap, according to Deutsche Bank.
Well, so remember, a lot of these banks are shorting it, and they're going to do whatever they can to try to take those prices down and create FUD, fear, or FOMO, fear of missing out, and they're going to try to force the price down so that they can short it. And imagine if they're getting short squeezed. Just imagine if they're getting short squeezed right now. Imagine if they were shorting it at 11.
Right.
Of course they're going to put out some, fear so that it drives the price down. But guess what? Even though they put that article out, the price is still going up.
Yeah. And that's I will believe Rich before I'll believe Deutsche Bank. I know, believe it or not, because the analysts from these banks have consistently been wrong. I've done videos on that where I've cited research where these analysts do a terrible, terrible job. They are a lagging indicator.
That's correct.
So, for example, after what have you ever noticed that whenever a company has a massive earnings beat and the stock goes up 12, 15, 20%, suddenly all the analysts, including Deutsche Bank, are all bullish on it?
Oh, yeah.
After. Or if it went down 20%, 15, 12, whatever percent. Suddenly all the analysts are bearish on it after it went down. So they're a lagging indicator.
Nobody has any kahunas, David. They have no kahunas. Nobody wants to be different. Everybody just wants to stay the status quo. Oh, Facebook's at 170. Our price target is 180. Grow some freaking kahunas.
Right.
I'm not afraid to say Snapchat's going to be $100 one day because I look at all the other companies. What's PayPal doing? Look at their chart.
Okay.
Look at PayPal's chart.
PYPL. Up 3% today. Let's see.
But I want to look at their 1 year chart.
1 year chart. Let's take a look here. And it is up and away.
And why do you think PayPal is going up, David?
Well, I use PayPal all the time. It's, as far as payment systems go, the first thing I ask people is, do you take PayPal or do you use PayPal?
So I'm trying to. Sorry. I just want to cut you off for a second. So I have a point here. PayPal is going up. Netflix is going up. Tesla's going up. Amazon's going up. Facebook's going up. These are all blue chip companies that I've been talking about every single day. Visa goes up. These are all blue chip companies that go up every single day. What is one thing they all have in common?
They're all leaders in their field. That's for
People are using them. People are using them and they are growing. So Snapchat is the same thing. It's a product that people use every day and they are growing and they're going to become more and more adopted. They are now public, which means they are everywhere. They are going to get more advertising. They're going to generate more revenue. They're going to use their stock to acquire more companies, to acquire their growth, and they're only going to get bigger. So as they get bigger, their price should also grow.
Oh, of course, it has to. Yeah. Could it reach $100? It could.
I think it will.
It absolutely could. Why not?
I think it will. And I was saying that with Netflix when nobody thought Netflix would be this high. I was saying watch Netflix. Why? Because we were all at home watching Netflix.
Right. Right.
It's so simple for me. Like Home Depot. Look at Home Depot's chart. Why does Home Depot go up? Because everybody's renovating their homes. When there's a natural disaster, do you think Home Depot stock's going to go up? Probably. People need to go and buy more doors. People need to go buy more wood. People need to go buy more supplies to go renovate their homes. I mean, it might go down 1 or 2 days, but long term, do you see Home Depot going up? I see it going up. So when you look at companies that actually have a product that has scalability, like a Snapchat, where more and more users every day can sign on from all over the world, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in North America, in South America, more and more people are going to sign up on Snapchat. More and more people
Yeah.
are going to start using the product. More and more people are going to use the phone. More and more people are going to use the camera. It's going to drive the prices up. So you can't tell me that the stock is going to stay down. It will not stay down. Another reason why it went down in the first quarter, and I'm going to keep reminding people, the CEO pretty stupidly paid himself $1 billion on the first earnings,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was mentally insane. But in some ways it was genius because he got it out of the way. So now all that billions is out of the way. He also paid over $1.2 billion in compensation to employees and insiders on the first earnings. So $2.2 billion of debt got washed away on the first earnings report. But what they're doing is they're doing it over a period of 2 years. So it's going to take some time to eliminate all of that debt off the balance sheet. But 2 years from now, I see Snap going up, and away.
Yeah.
I really do.
I like the way you actually have valid reasons for buying and holding Snapchat, as opposed to most people who bought it. They bought it because it was the next hot thing. They bought it because they'll buy any IPO that comes out that everybody's talking about. They bought it because they, saw somebody on Twitter or StockTwits or wherever talking about it. You actually did your research. You have actual reasons for hodling it, for buying and holding it. And I totally respect that. Before we move on to cryptocurrencies and all that, I'm just curious what you think about Tesla, which is up 5.34% today.
I love
It is
Tesla.
just a monster.
I love Tesla. I mean, what is not to love? Tesla has been one of the greatest success stories of 2017. Absolutely love them. Their chart is an arrow straight up, and they are the future of cars, and they are incredible. The CEO is a genius, and they've been a huge success. What is not to love? Love them.
The only problem possibly is that, here in America, maybe it's just where I live, I've never seen somebody driving a Tesla. And you did talk about only investing, or not only, but preferring to invest in products that people actually use. You know they're using it. Are they actually selling a lot of Teslas, or is this just hype?
I think that there's more Teslas on the road than you think.
Maybe, but
I think maybe you're not seeing them. But just because you're not seeing them, it doesn't mean that they're not on the road. They're pretty popular here in Canada. And they're popular. They are popular all over the world, and they'll continue to adopt more popularity as time goes on and as they become more reasonably priced. But they're still reasonably priced, the lower models. So I believe that they have a huge future. And obviously, with the price, inflation and the price growing, that has to be based on their sales. So there's people buying cars. Otherwise, their price wouldn't continue to appreciate the way it is.
I just think it's interesting. You're probably right. I just think it's interesting that Ford, which has been around for a century thereabouts, the company Ford Motor Company invented the car, Henry Ford, or at least the line that makes it, $11.43 for a share of Ford stock. Tesla $362. Why is that? And there are a lot more Fords on the road than Tesla cars. Is it hype? Is it just a cult of personality because people believe in Elon Musk and his vision of going to space and becoming the world's premier car company? Is it environmentalists investing in the stock? Is it a cult stock? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Well, it's a niche stock, of course. It's we're talking about cars that are running on a different platform than all the other vehicles in the world that are running off of gas. So you've got an entirely new advanced technology, and you've got a company that hasn't been affected by a recession. Remember, Ford had to get bailed out. Okay?
Yeah.
And GM got bailed out. And a lot of the bigger car companies in America all got bailed out. A lot of people forget 10 years ago they all got bailed out. So they were on their way out of business. So they've restructured and they've started to, rebrand themselves, and they're starting to do well again, especially with trucks. Ford's done very well with trucks. But would I buy a Ford? No. I would never buy a Ford. I'm just being honest with you. I would never touch a Ford. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I would never buy an American car.
Okay. What's your preference? What's your preference?
I like Hondas.
Yeah. Okay.
I like Hondas because they last forever. I like Volvos and Volkswagens because they last forever. I like cars that last forever. American cars, the engine won't last. The body might last, but the engine won't last. And I've had that experience with everyone I know that has American cars. The engine just doesn't last. It will not last your lifetime. But if you buy a Honda, you might have that car for 20 years. If you buy a Volkswagen, you might have that car for 20 years. Volkswagens have a lot of electrical issues, but the engine lasts forever. Same thing with Hondas. So that's why I won't buy an American car. Now, it's not because I don't like America. I love America. I just don't like their cars. I just don't like their cars. Now, Tesla is different because it's running on a different model. It's like you said, environmentalist. It's a niche product. So that is making it unique. It's making it a standalone product. It also makes it different in the sense that it came up after all of these companies had already been bailed out. And remember, these companies got bailed out by who? The federal government. And the federal government owns all these companies because they are the majority shareholder, which means they can short these companies with impunity.
True. These are all valid points. Absolutely. And I have to admit, I drive a Toyota Corolla. So yeah,
there you go.
I bought that because I knew it would last a long time.
And why did you go with why didn't you buy an American car? How dare you not buy American?
You're right. You got me. You're right. I used to own American cars, and now, my last one I have now is a Toyota Corolla. It's I'll
tell you an example. My first car I ever had was a Pontiac Sunfire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine was. Yeah.
That car, the engine was done at 150,000 kilometers.
Wow.
After that, I bought a Honda. Okay. That Honda was a 2004. It is still alive today.
Wow, nice.
It was a 2000. I don't own it. It's not mine. I mean, I gave it to my ex-girlfriend, ex-girlfriend years ago. But I know for a fact that car is still driving today, and it was a 2000. 17 years later, that Honda still has the original engine. Nice.
Yeah. So I'll admit it. I'm driving a Japanese car, so I can't I can't argue. You got me there. Yeah. I maybe I'm not proud of it, but I am. So it's true. So but Tesla, I'd be curious to see how long Tesla engines last. We don't have enough data yet. We don't have enough time yet to make assessments.
You know what? My next car, I told my son, my next car is either going to be a Lamborghini or a Tesla.
Okay.
And I like Tesla because of the environmental angle. I like the fact that I can save on gas. So there's a lot of different things, and gas prices here in Vancouver are just staggeringly high. So I definitely love that. But I want a Lamborghini. It's been my dream car my whole life. I'm single now. I'm ready to mingle. So why not get myself a Lambo? And, I've invested my whole life. I've never really invested in myself. All I've done is invest in real estate, stocks, cryptocurrencies now, and I've never really had money to invest for myself for fun because I've always just kind of invested as a natural, really disciplined investor. Everything I made went into stocks, cryptocurrencies now, and real estate my entire life. And I've had some fun, but being a family man, being married for a long time, having 2 kids, my son's 10 now, my daughter's 9, I haven't really just enjoyed life and lived it to the fullest the way I could have and I should have, because I was running my own business when I was 21, David. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've always been working. I remember working with my dad when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. My dad was taking me with him to the job site. When I was 15, I had my first job. When I was 21, I ran my own business. And I've been running my own business now for 18 years. So I've never really been the single guy with the nice car, big nice house, and just been living life, because I've always just been investing as a disciplined investor. Now, I'm getting to that point where it's like, hey, listen, now I can do those things.
Right.
And I'm going to, trust me. And I can't wait to be able to go celebrate with you and with the entire Rich TV Live Nation in the Dominican Republic at my villa, where we can all just go have some fun and make some money and just go live from the beach in paradise. Nice. That's my idea of a good time.
Why not? It can happen. I mean, you, me, Epic Hustler, Crypto David, Joey Rocket, all of us, you know what I'm saying, on the
Hell
beach, living it up, you know what I mean? I like it. I like it.
We gotta do it soon, bro. And I'll tell you right now, winter's coming, so I'm already looking at when I'm gonna start traveling. Because
Right.
in the winter here in Vancouver, it rains nonstop from like November until like April. It rains
Okay.
nonstop. It's very depressing, and it's not like it's dark. So that's when I like to head off to the Dominican, and
Right.
I'm already looking at when I'm gonna book my next trip, and I'm just excited about it because summer's ending. We've only got a couple weeks left, and it's done. And we're into fall, and then winter, and then we're back into spring again. So, we've got about 6 months coming around of hell here. You don't really deal with that in Florida.
No,
You're one of the lucky ones.
An occasional hurricane. We have. I
An occasional hurricane, but other than that, it's beautiful.
Other than that, it's a sweet deal. Let me tell you, it's hell for a few days, and then we're good to go. No, I haven't felt the effects of a hurricane in a big way since 2005 with what was it, Wilma, I believe it was. So 12 years between losing my electricity. I'll deal with that once a decade. Not bad. Okay. So
Absolutely.
Now people are saying, global warming. It's going to happen more often. I don't know. Who knows? I don't. We don't need to get into that. But it's very temperate over here. It doesn't rain all the time. I like the warm weather, so I'm good with it. And I'm very lucky, very blessed.
You are where everybody in the world wants to be, David.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like honestly, coming from Canada, there's nowhere like Florida. And there's nowhere like California. Vancouver is the most moderate climate in Canada. It doesn't get cold. We don't get below zero. We don't get freezing temperatures here. We get a lot of rain, but it's very similar to Seattle. But we don't have anything like Florida, and we don't have anything like California here. So I'm very jealous. I'm not going to lie. I'm jealous.
You know what? I saw your most recent. You did one today, but I remember you did one yesterday, a live stream. I saw you wearing that jacket. I saw you saying it's a little chilly outside. I remember that. You were in a kind of a dark mood. I could tell. First of all, it was dark outside. You were looking kind of down a little bit because the cryptos were all kind of a little depressed, and maybe you were a little depressed. You want to tell us about? You want to tell us all about how you were feeling?
Oh man. So for some reason I've noticed every weekend, I mean not every weekend, but most weekends the cryptocurrencies go down.
Yeah.
That's when I buy. I buy every weekend, and then during the week they skyrocket up. It's been the same trend over and over and over since I've been in the crypto space investing. And I've been in the crypto space as a noob investor for 3 months now. And when I first started, I didn't know this. I kind of heard it, but I didn't really believe it. And now I've seen this trend, so I'm just very relaxed during the week. I don't buy anything. I actually only buy on the weekend. And during the week, that's when everything's really high. And that's when I'm just like watching the money grow. And I'm like, this is fantastic, and I'm feeling excited about it. But I actually have never sold a cryptocurrency yet. I have not sold anything. I actually haven't sold any stocks either. I haven't sold any real estate either. All I've been doing is accumulating, and accumulating, and accumulating. And I'm going to be honest with you. I started with cryptocurrencies in June with 1 Bitcoin.
Right.
Now I have 2.5 Bitcoin.
That's a lot of money, actually.
Yeah, so I started with about $2,700.
Yeah.
1 Bitcoin. And now I have 2.5 Bitcoin. And that is about 10,000 US.
10 grand, yeah, US, yeah.
And I started with $2,700.
Nice, not too shabby, I must say.
Not a bad 2.5 months, and 3 months, I guess. I started in June, so we're in September, so 3 months now, and it's been a wild ride, man. And I've seen coins like Chaincoin, which we've talked about, go from 6 cents to $7. And then go down all the way today to like 18 cents or whatever the hell it's at.
Yeah, 18 cents.
18 cents. Look at that. I didn't even look at it. I knew. It's like I have a radar for these stinky coins. But yeah, like it's down to 18 cents, and I bought it at $3. And I bought it at $1. but I only bought like $100 and something worth, so I don't really care.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm gonna lower my cost. I won't sell it for a ridiculous loss. I'll just lower my cost when I'm ready. But the reality is, I'm not buying those coins anymore. That was kind of a learning experience, and now I'm strictly sticking to the good coins. And I'm really winning because I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm buying Ethereum, I'm buying Litecoin, I'm buying Bitcoin Cash, I'm buying Ripple, I am mining Monero, I am mining, what else am I missing? Oh, I'm also accumulating Steam.
Okay.
So I've got a lot of different coins that I have in my portfolio now, and I've got some other coins, altcoins that I bought like UNY, and like Chaincoin, and like BitShares, but none of them have done well. So I kind of forego that entire strategy of buying the altcoins and started to focus more on the top 5 to 6 coins. And I've been winning, and I've been doing very well, just accumulating them through Coinbase. And if you guys want to buy cryptocurrencies and you want to learn how to do it very easily, set up an account at Coinbase, and you can buy Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum right on Coinbase. That's all I'm really using right now to buy cryptocurrencies every single week. And I'm using Digitrade to buy Ripple. And those are the 4 major coins that I've been accumulating literally every week. And I just do it through Coinbase. And I started on Coinbase buying $100 a week. Now it's up to $200 a week. And soon, in a couple of days, I'm going to be moving up to $500 a week. And then I'll be moving up to $1,000 a week. And I'm just going to keep buying. I'm just going to keep buying.
Now, do you have an affiliate link below in the description for people who want to set up a Coinbase account or a wallet or anything like that?
Yep. It's in the description down below. You guys can see my Coinbase link. And guys, the beautiful thing about cryptocurrencies that I love is that you do not need to have money to make money. You can go sign up with Coinbase and then create a referral link and then share that with all your friends. And every time they sign up with your referral link, you're going to make $12 in Bitcoin. So it's so incredible that I'm getting literally accumulating Bitcoin every day from all of these affiliate links that I'm involved with. I don't have to talk about them. I don't have to push them. I don't have to, motivate people to get involved. People can just do what they want to do. Now, I got to talk about something here. I got to talk about it. So, I don't know if you're aware of this, but, okay. So, a guy came out called Anonymous on YouTube this weekend, threatening another YouTuber called Ken Bozak. Now, Ken Bozak came out and accepted a Bitcoin from another YouTuber called Craig Grant so that he could take down some of his negative Bitconnect videos. So he took a bribe. Live on YouTube. Since then, his channel is no longer on YouTube. And this new channel called Anonymous, last time I looked, they had 22 subscribers. I don't know who these guys are, but they're trying to wear the same mask as Anonymous, and they're trying to use the same music as Anonymous. And if you're not Anonymous, just so you guys know, you will be attacked by the real Anonymous. You cannot try to be Anonymous if you're not Anonymous, first of all. So I want to make that clear to whoever's doing this, that you will be on their radar if you are not actually Anonymous. Because I follow Anonymous, okay? And these guys who are using the same mask, same music, same name, are saying that they're going to start going after every YouTuber that is promoting the referral link and sharing stories on Bitconnect, Control Finance, and Genesis Mining. And they are going to hack them. And they talked about Ken Bozak and said that he sold his soul to the devil. And that he has an opportunity to give the Bitcoin back and to rebrand himself as a really good person if he does the right thing. As opposed to, because you got to understand what Ken Bozak did. He was the #1 hater of Bitconnect. The #1. And then he accepted a Bitcoin and immediately turned and started promoting Bitconnect.
Wow. I had not heard this. This is, again, Rich TV is one of my favorite sources of cryptocurrency news and YouTube news now, because this is new to me.
Yeah, and you know what? I
Wow.
thought about it, and based on what this happened, I thought about it, and I said, you know what? They're right. I am no longer going to be promoting Bitconnect on my channel. I'm no longer going to be promoting Control Finance on my channel, and I'm no longer going to be promoting Genesis on my channel. In fact, I will not be promoting any more affiliate links on my channel. I have the affiliate links in the below of the description. If you guys choose to get involved with any of these platforms, you're welcome to join my team. However, I will not be promoting these platforms anymore, okay? Because I do not want to be involved in anything that takes people's money. However, as an entrepreneur, as an investor, as a risk taker, I have the right to invest in whatever I choose. So I will continue to invest in Bitconnect. I will continue to invest in Control Finance. I will continue to invest in Genesis. And I will continue to educate people about different platforms. I just will no longer promote them. I will no longer tell people they should be joining me. If you choose to join me, you're welcome to. But Rich TV Live will no longer be a platform where I'm going to be pushing referral links and I'm going to be telling people they should be joining my team. So I want to put that out there, okay? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to go in a different direction, a different angle. Rich TV Live is about education and entertainment purposes. We are not a referral program. However, as an investor, I've got lots of different referral links. I have a referral link to investing.com. I have a referral link to Shopify. I have referral links to Choice Trade. I got referral links to lots of things. So if you guys look at the description down below, you can see I got referral links to lots of things because I am an affiliate marketer. Okay? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm involved in lots of things. However, I am not a licensed advisor. And as being just a normal person just like you guys and being a noob and only being in the industry for 3 months, I'm not really in a position to tell you guys what you should and shouldn't be investing in. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm investing in. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm doing, and I'm going to let you guys know once in a while here and there if it's going well, if a platform is failing, if it's succeeding, if it's gone under. I'll let you guys know those things. But I'm no longer going to be doing videos every day saying this is my Bitconnect account and this is how much money is in my account. And in fact, I don't really even like it. So I thought about it this weekend and I thought, you know what? I don't want to be one of those guys that people want to go after. I don't want to be one of those guys that people want to attack. I don't want to be one of those guys that people are hacking. So Rich TV never was that in the beginning anyways. Rich TV Live was a place for us to talk about stocks, sports, and trending topics. And now we've added cryptocurrencies to that. And it's a place for us to collaborate, which we've been doing. And I've collaborated with Kenny Lee. I've collaborated with Crypto Trading Pro. I've collaborated with the CEO last week of the NLC2 coin, the No Limit coin. Raphael was the first ICO that I've had on my show now. I've had many CEOs of public companies on the Rich TV Live, and I will continue to have more CEOs on the show. And I'm really focused now on doing more collaboration. In fact, I've been reaching out to a lot of other YouTubers that want to collaborate, and we will continue to collaborate. And none of those YouTubers, well, some of them are into Bitconnect and other programs, but most of them aren't actually talking about Bitconnect. They're more talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and ICOs. So I'm going to start adopting that practice as well on Rich TV Live, where I want to start learning more about the ICOs and educating you, the public, more about ICOs and more about different coins and different features of different coins so that we can really become experts. At the same time, I will still keep trying different platforms because as an investor, as an entrepreneur, that's what I do. But I agree, I shouldn't be promoting it because something could go wrong, a platform could go under, people could potentially lose money, and I don't want to be the source, the reason why anyone ever loses money. So I want to make sure everybody understands, when you're investing in any of these affiliate marketing programs, it's like investing in the lottery, okay? It's like a lottery ticket. I put $130 in my Bitconnect, it's at $5,000 now, okay guys? Do I feel good about it? Yes. Could it go under tomorrow? Yes. That's a fact. But why do I invest in Bitconnect? Because they actually have a coin. So I believe they have a lot of tools to mitigate their risk. Am I happy with the results? Yes. Am I happy with the returns? Yes. Am I happy with the team that I have within Rich TV Live? Yes. But can I talk about it offline? Of course I can. I don't have to do it live on YouTube. So I'm not going to do that anymore. If you guys still want to join, you're welcome to. But I do not want to use this platform anymore as an opportunity to build wealth through referral links.
Okay. Now, just to clarify, are you going to keep some of these referral links up on the video? Now, we're not pushing it. We're just leaving them up. Is that how it's going to be?
Yeah, I'm not going to stop doing anything. I'm just not going to talk about them anymore on my show. If you watch my show today, I didn't mention it. So we're just not going to talk about it. If somebody asks me, I'll tell them. But it's not going to be like the focus of my channel. It's not going to be the focus of my show. There's so many things to talk about. There's so much news every day. I don't need to keep focusing. In fact, I actually felt like it was reducing my level of intellect, reducing my level of knowledge, and my sphere of education and entertainment, because I was just kind of focused on that every day. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to put myself in a box. I don't want to be attacked by Anonymous or anybody. So I don't want to have that be the forefront of what I'm doing on Rich TV Live.
Sure. That makes sense. You're protecting yourself, and you're protecting those who follow Rich TV Live and who believe in you. Yeah, you don't want to just be promoting something that could possibly bring bad consequences for you, and more importantly, for your followers.
Absolutely.
So you're taking a step back. You're being a little bit more defensive now, and everybody will benefit from that. So I think it's a good thing.
And the whole situation where these guys from Anonymous came out and called out Ken Bozak, apparently shut down his YouTube channel, deleted all of his videos, apparently went onto Twitter, deleted his entire Twitter account. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it was Ken. I don't know if it was those guys. I don't know what is going on. I just know that I don't want to get into that battle. I'm not interested. And I just don't want to go into that fight. Now, today, I heard another YouTuber called me out. I mean, this seems like it's a daily thing now. And a guy named News Unit, I'm aware of who News Unit is, has called me out and is calling me a pump and dumper now, which is funny because I've never sold one single coin in my life. So you can't be a dumper if you've never sold anything. And you can't really be a pumper if you're not pumping anything. So I don't know how I'm a pump and dumper. I'm just strictly an investor, and I'm a guy on YouTube that talks about coins. So I don't know how News Unit is trying to call me a pump and dumper, because I actually lost money on Chain Coin. So now he's apparently calling me a pump and dumper. And News Unit, I'm going to call you out, bro. You got banned off of YouTube for a reason. Now you're trying to call me out after you've got banned and you got your live stream shut down. So I'm calling you out, News Unit. If you want to battle, we can battle. But if you want to collaborate, I would love to bring you on my show, and I'd love to talk with you, because I don't want to hate. I want to collaborate. Rich TV Live is about collaboration. We are Collaboration Nation. I'll collaborate with anybody. Anybody. Okay? So I wanted to let you know, News Unit, I'm calling you out. The ball is in your court. You want to call me out again? We will battle, okay? But, because I won't back down from anybody. However, if you want to collaborate, you want to come on my show, you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, you want to throw me under the bus, let's do it live so the people can decide.
Right on. That's the way to do it. I like that. You're actually inviting him on so that, you'll let him talk for a while, let him say his piece, and, hash it out like mature adults instead of name calling, because pump and dump, that's a serious accusation.
Very serious accusation.
Yeah.
Very serious accusation.
Yeah, maybe not everybody even understands what a pump and dump is. That would be if Rich, which he did not, but if he had bought a bunch of Chain Coin beforehand, like millions of dollars worth, and then told people, okay, buy Chain Coin, so that his Chain Coin would go up in value, and then he would sell his millions of dollars worth of Chain Coin, that's the dump, after the pump. He would make a bunch of money, and all the people who followed him would lose a bunch of money, because after he sold his millions of shares or coins, millions of dollars of coins, the value would go down. So first of all, to do a pump and dump, you have to invest a lot of money into something. You have to buy it, a lot of it beforehand, and then pump it or promote it, tell everybody else to buy it, and then you have to sell all of your holdings. As Rich just told us, he hasn't sold anything.
Not one coin.
Yeah,
Not one coin.
There's no pump and there's no dump. You would have to sell to have the dump. So again, that's a serious accusation. Could be slanderous. I don't know. So we got to be careful before we use these terms against Rich or against anybody. Let's see the proof is all I have to say. Or come on his show. He's inviting you right now.
Come on my show and prove to me how I pumped and dumped anything. I'd like to know what I've pumped and what I've dumped because I've never sold a coin. So what have I dumped? I haven't sold any stock either in months. So I'm not dumping stocks either. So what am I pumping and dumping? I'd love to know what I'm pumping and dumping. I'd love to know what I'm pumping and dumping. But one thing I've learned by being on YouTube is that for whatever reason, people love to attack me. They love to attack me. So it's, I don't know. I'm one of those guys people want to attack. And you know what? I'm not afraid of being attacked. I will not back down from anybody. I've never backed down from a fight in my life. And I will never back down from a fight. It's one thing I teach my children. It's one thing I teach people within my community. It's one thing anyone who knows me knows. I will never back down from anything in my life. Ever. Right. Definitely not some guy or some girl or anybody on YouTube.
Right.
Ever.
It's an old trick. If somebody has a couple hundred followers and they see Rich and he's working on a couple thousand followers now, okay? So, what they do is if they want to get a little shine for themselves, a little bit of spotlight for themselves, throw out a challenge or an accusation to somebody with a lot more followers, okay? And then you're going to try to get that person to respond. And unfortunately, you almost have to respond to it because then people start saying, oh, really, Rich? This guy called you so-and-so. How do you respond? So now you have to say something. Now you're giving him free advertising. Now people go visit his channel to see what the big deal is all about. It's an old trick, okay? That would be like if I started hating on, Jim Cramer and he responded, okay? I'm not going to do something like that to try to get him to respond because I don't care that much about it. I'm going to get followers my own way, the right way, by putting education out there. But if I started tweeting some slander about Cramer and he responded, that would give me some, I would probably get some views from that. But I would feel terrible because it would be based on a lie or based on hate. So people, that's probably, Rich, why they're doing it. Look at the follower count of the people who are hating on you. Somebody with tons, somebody like, Ken Lee or somebody with lots of followers, they're not going to hate on you because they don't have the time to do stuff like that. They're too successful.
That's right. That's right. And the funny thing is that I like you. I like News Unit. I watch your show. See, the thing about me is I am a true YouTuber in the sense that I watch all the YouTubers. Like before you came on my show, David, I would watch your channel. I watch News Unit's channel. I watch Ken Bozak's channel. I like Ken Bozak. I used to watch Trayvon James before he got banned. I used to watch Ken Bozak before he got banned. I used to watch Random Tandems before he got banned and he started attacking me. I liked Random Tandems. I was a moderator on his channel until he started attacking me. He was a moderator on my channel until he started attacking me. I liked watching High on Coins, Max Lee's channel. I watch everybody. I'm just a fan, Before I became a YouTuber, I was a fan too. Okay? Right. And I don't consider my channel big. My own daughter is crushing my channel.
Yeah, right.
She's almost at 1 million views. She's almost at 1 million views, David. Her top video's at 700,000 views. Over 2,000 likes. She put out a video 3 days ago. It's got 60,000 views. I mean, I can't even compete with my own daughter. But I got grown men that want to hate and want to hate on me. And even my daughter's channel. Yesterday, her mom messaged me. She's like, "Do you think it's a good idea for our daughter to channel on YouTube when she has people hating on her?" She's 9 years old. She's got people hating on her too. It's sad that YouTube has come to this. And I don't know why YouTube has become a platform where they allow it. If there's one thing that I really want to work with YouTube to improve is eliminating the trolling.
Right.
It's sad, and too many good creators are leaving YouTube because of the trolling. The trolling is at an all-time high. It's sad. It's disgusting. The fact that people are calling a 9-year-old girl names, calling her ugly, it's just hurtful for a 9-year-old girl to see these messages. Now, yes, she's getting hundreds of really positive messages too, but she's getting, a couple of bad messages here and there, and I can take it. I'm a grown adult, but when you see it happening to children, it's like, come on.
No,
really?
That's terrible.
Like, really? I mean, you like, what kind of person, gutless person, attacks a child?
Yeah, no, that's terrible. That's reprehensible.
Terrible.
And YouTube, I don't know. I don't want it to become a wasteland. I don't want it to become just run by trolls. But, I don't want a few bad apples to ruin the bunch, as they say. I don't know what they're going to do about it. I don't know how they can regulate it. There is a free speech thing to consider. So, but on the other hand, free speech has limitations. All this that we're on right now belongs to YouTube and indirectly to Google. Google bought YouTube, so they can regulate it. They can say no hate crimes, no certain thing, no slander. Okay, if somebody's going to call you pump and dump, again, free speech, yeah, but not to slander somebody.
But it's funny, the same guys, Dave, sorry to cut you off, but the same guys that are slandering people are the same ones that are getting their channel shut down.
Yeah, well, that's what you get.
So they are monitoring it, but what they need to do a better job of is monitoring the trolling. The people that are sending messages to these children. The people that are sending these horrible hate messages to kids. Like, yesterday have you heard of Miranda Sings?
No.
Well, she's one of the bigger YouTubers. She's got millions of subscribers. She's a beautiful girl, but she makes herself look kind of weird and ugly, puts her hair funny, puts these stupid makeup on her face, and she's got millions of subscribers, does tours all over America. Gorgeous girl, but she makes herself look stupid. And yesterday, my daughter was actually kind of ironically showing me a video of her showing all the hate she gets. And man, the disgusting messages these people are sending her. Like, why is YouTube allowing this? This is what I'm trying to say. Like, we need to come together as creators, and we need to find a way to eliminate this trolling, because it's at a disgusting level where it's actually reducing the quality of the product.
I agree. Yeah. So it's up to, what Google and YouTube are going to do whatever is most profitable for them. And I don't blame them. They have a business to run. But it would be in their best interest to reduce all of the worst trolling, at least. They're not going to eliminate all of it, because some things are borderline trolling. Okay, I get it. You want to have some freedom of speech within the YouTube community, but it would be in their best interest to monitor it a little bit better. Probably easier said than done, because there's so many YouTube channels, so many YouTubers, so many visitors, and so many people anonymously making comments. That's one of the problems with the internet generally, is that you can be a coward and anonymously make these hateful remarks. That's part of the territory. It's like the Wild West.
That's exactly what my daughter said. She's like, Dad, I went and checked to see how many subscribers these people had, and they had 0. And I'm like, yes, because unfortunately people set up accounts just to hate on people.
Wow.
How sad is that? I think YouTube should have a rule that if you don't have a picture, if you don't have any subscribers, you shouldn't even be able to comment on anybody's channel.
Right. Or at least verify your account. Or
Yeah. Why are you hiding? You want to call a little 9-year-old girl ugly? Then put your picture up, put your number up, put your social media page up. Like you said, verify your account.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and start hating, because at least now we know who you are.
Right. Unbelievable. Just as a last topic, Epic Hustler has been talking about Regal Coin lately. Do you have an opinion on Regal Coin?
Regal Coin is another coin that is going to be is an ICO that is going to be launching. It's very similar to Bitconnect. I have an account with Regal Coin. I do have people with it. Yes, I have accounts with everyone. So that's one thing you guys gotta realize is, okay, so just so you guys know, as soon as I see a new ICO, I sign up. Every time. As soon as I see a new ICO, I sign up. As soon as I see a new opportunity, I sign up right away. Why? Because I want to be involved with everything. That's my strategy. I want to be involved with everything so I can learn, so I can gain knowledge, so I can see if it's real. so I can see if it's fake. That's the only way I can learn. I'm not going to go and promote it, but do I have Regal Coin? Yes. Do I have an affiliate link to Regal Coin in the description down below? Yes. Do I know anything about Regal Coin at this point? Not really. Oh, we lost David. Did the power go out in Florida? Let's see. Did the power just go out in Florida because of Irma? Did we just lose David Moadel? Or will he be back? Let me call him. Let us call him. In the meantime, while we get our connection back, let's take a look at the price of the mothership. The mothership at $4,219. Let me call David Moadel. Where are you at, David? Let's see if your power went out. Just put some power outage music on. Let's give it the thump and jump. Did your power go out, Dave?
Yeah, for a second.
Okay, so are you back on Skype or no?
No, I have no internet. But no big deal. We're ready to wrap up anyway, so.
Okay, David, well, we're still live. You're on my phone right now, so why don't you say bye to everybody? Okay, I'll say bye to everyone for you. All right, guys, thank you for watching. David Moadel is on the phone. Irma just took the power out, but it's okay. We're not gonna give up. We're not gonna let it affect our day. Are we gonna, David?
No way.
All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to David Moadel on YouTube and all his social media platforms. Make sure you like and subscribe to Rich TV Live. And remember, all we do is bring you winners. All right, David, thank you for joining us again today, brother.
Appreciate it. I'll see you same time next week. Pray for me with the power.
All right, buddy. Good luck with everything. We'll talk to you soon.
Cool, man. Thanks a lot, Rich.
Cheers.
Okay. Bye.
That's David Moadel. What a great guy. Awesome guy. Brother from another mother.
Are you listening?
David Moadel, Rich TV Live, bringing you the news first. Sports, stocks, cryptocurrencies, trending topics, only on Rich TV Live. Subscribe. I love you guys. Have a great day. I gotta go back to work. Gotta find you guys some more winners. Take a look at the mothership at $4,214. Let's take a look at some of the other altcoins before we go. Where are we at, folks? Bitcoin is down slightly. Ethereum is up slightly. Bitcoin Cash is up slightly. Ripple is up slightly. Litecoin is up slightly. Dash is down slightly. It's a mixed bag. Let's take a look at the top 100, see if there's anything big happening. Quantum QTUM at $14, up 8%. ARK at $3.44, up 16%. BitShares, one that I personally own, BitShares at 11 cents, up 9%. Komodo, it was up, now it's down all the way to $2, down 13%. Litecoin, SYSCOIN, up 10% at 31 cents. Digibyte, up 13% at 1.7, just under 2 cents. It's climbing. Keep your eye on Digibyte, guys. And girls. Bitcoin Dark, down 10% at $95. Bitcoin Dark. I need to learn more about Bitcoin Dark and bring you guys some information on this company. It's what I want to do. Not good music. Let's look through the top 100. Any other surprises? GX shares at $1.94, up 44%. Wow. Gotta do some research on GX shares. 65. Navcoin at $1.09, down 9%. Edgeless in 73 spot, up 10%, 71 cents. Walton up 24% at $1.97. What's going on with Walton? No Limit Coin. Seems like there's no limit to how far it's going to fall lately. At 23 cents, down 13%. Come on, No Limit. Let's bounce back. Rise is on the rise at 35 cents, up 29%. Triggers, triggering a buying opportunity at $1.24, up 40%. And that's the top 100 with OK Cash at 51 cents, up 34%. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And remember, if you're not winning, you're not watching. Peace. I'll leave you with the mother.